Good day, everyone. It's your girl, Precious Williams, and I'm the proud founder and CEO of Perfect Pitches by Precious. Trying to get everything in the lighting right. This is my first LinkedIn Live. So you may be wondering, who am I and why should you listen to me in the first place? I am the proud founder and CEO of Perfect Pitches by Precious. And I teach the art and the science of the most killer elevator pitches, media pitches, investor pitches, and speaker pitches. So if you want to be a bad bitch with a power pitch, I suggest you watch out for this. So what is the title of this particular LinkedIn Live? As I said, this is my first one. Things were already a little off. We're not going to worry about that. A true professional makes it work. Number one, the title of this, Keeping It Real When Pitching Goes Wrong. So why would I come up with that title? As a hashtag killer pitch master, I pride myself on taking pitches to the next level completely. What does that mean? I'm a 13-time national elevator pitch champion. And what I love is teaching executives, Fortune 500 companies, top nonprofits, successful women entrepreneurs and speakers, and corporate executives how to really harness the power of pitching. And when you're pitching, just know that it's life, it's everything. Every time you open your mouth to get someone interested in what you're saying, you are pitching. So let's get down to it. Let's really talk about it. Let's really talk about it. And I want you all to come with your questions, your ideas and everything. As you all know, I just moved. So when I tell you everything in my world is kind of all over the place, but the one thing that's perfect about me is my pitching. So again, if you want to be a bad bitch with a power pitch, tune in. And also, if you want to be a bad man with a master pitching plan, this is for you. So when we're talking about keeping it real when pitching goes wrong, I'm gonna give you the top 5 reasons when pitching goes wrong. Now I know you think it's my first LinkedIn Live. I should talk about all the positives, but I want to start off with the negatives because if you don't even know what's wrong, how can you fix what's right? You can't fix what's right. It's almost like success. You don't learn from your successes, you learn from your failures. So thank you so much, Darius, Tandra, Gwendolyn, and Joseph. Thank you all for being here. Ask me your questions. But here are the top 5 reasons of when pitching goes wrong. Number one, if I could keep it real with y'all, number one, people are so boring when they pitch. Have you ever listened to a pitch and just been like, it's like watching paint dry? They never get to the point. They ramble on and on. And it's like, do you understand what a pitch is? It's to get someone interested. Hey, Candid. It's to get someone interested in what it is you're saying. It's to get someone to pay attention to you. It's to stand out in a crowded marketplace. But what do you think most people do when they pitch? My name is this. This is what I do. That is so boring. If you want to get somebody, throw a question at them. Throw a question, throw a startling statistic. Do something that's out of the box. Because if you don't, you're going to lose people. It doesn't matter if you're the greatest graphic artist in the world, the greatest life coach, business coach, or anything. What I really want you all to take from this is don't be boring. And you know what boring is. When you're just doing enough to get by. If you really want the clients, if you really want people to pay you attention, if you want Fortune 500 companies and top nonprofits, foundations, individuals to pay you attention, don't be boring. Use every opportunity. It's showtime. Number two, don't sound like everyone else. If I can keep it real, a lot of people when they pitch sound like everybody else. You heard her pitch, and not that they were great, but you think that's the way you should do it. The number one thing you have to know about me is I help you hashtag create your own lane. That's why they call me the killer pitch master. I help you what? Slay all competition. In the slay all competition, you have to be like Ric Flair. To be the best, you have to beat the best. I have no problem beating anyone in my industry. In fact, I look at it as a challenge. If you think you're bad, you're going to have to show me. You're going to have to show me. Most people ain't bad. And that's why I have no problem rolling all over you. So if you want to sound like everybody else, why would anybody pick you? If you want to sound like her, him, you want to sound like Tony Robbins, you want to sound like Ty Lopez, you want to sound like Lisa Nichols, listen, they built their brands. It's time for you to build your own. It's time for you to stand in your own genius and in your own power. So let me be clear. Yes, Candid, I thank you so much for that opportunity. Number three, how many times have you pitched with no real purpose other than to say, I want clients? That's not a real purpose. That's not a purpose. You may think, oh, everybody knows I'm here to get clients. Even if everybody knew that, you're not saying anything that makes them want to work with you. You should have 150 reasons why somebody should work with you. Why should somebody want to work with you? Because if you're not addressing that, then you wasted time, everybody. You're wasting time. What is the purpose of you speaking? Is it to secure corporate gigs? Is it to strategically put yourself in position with the people who can, purchase your services at a later date or refer you to someone else? While you're pitching, you're thinking about the here and now. I want you to think strategically down the road. Why am I a 13-time champion? Because I didn't go in just to win the money. I knew that there were investors in the room. I knew that there were companies and organizations in the room, and they could all utilize my services. You may think by going to a networking event that you assume that everyone wants to work with you or that you're going to say something powerful. Most people don't say anything powerful because they never switch up their game or anything. What is the purpose? And let me stop here. What is the purpose of you all pitching? I want you to drop it in the comments. I want you all to post in the comments. Thank you, Barbara. Hey, why? Do you know why I'm hired by NBC Universal, LinkedIn, Google, Microsoft, eBay? Do you know why medium-sized companies work with me? I've made it an easy sell because I can constantly tell you why I'm the best in the world at what I do. If you want to know why one of my clients is now going to appear on season 12 of Shark Tank when I appeared on season 8, my clients have been on Shark Tank, CNN, Wall Street Journal. I've been on CNN, Wall Street Journal. I've been on movies around the world. Milan, Italy, Perth, Australia. Name it, I've probably been there or I'm going there. This particular year, I was scheduled to speak so many different places. And the only places I really got to go out of the country was Halifax, Nova Scotia. And I did that for International Women's Day. Why do people choose me over and over and over again? Whether it's to get them booked and busy as a speaker, creating your own lane as a speaker. What do you say as an entrepreneur to get an investor to give me the money? Let's be clear. Let's be clear. You don't become a LinkedIn content creator by just doing the bare minimum, everyone. I want to know. So Dawn, hey Precious, hey Dawn, hey LinkedIn user, I can't tell who you are. Hey Barbara Washington, I love Miss Barbara Washington. She gave me like my first real speaking engagements when I was a teenager. The sky's the limit. Like it's so much I can say about Miss Barbara Washington. Socrates, thank you. Angela, thank you. Socrates, LinkedIn, Reagan, Candid, I thank you so much for allowing me to speak for the Queens Public Library. Lydia, hey Lydia, that's one of my clients. Stan Matthews, hey Stan. Darius, Joseph, I said all of you earlier. So anyway, Cynthia, I see you. So anyway, you have to have a real purpose when you pitch. You have to. If you don't have a real purpose other than to say, I want clients, you're wasting your time. If you don't have a purpose other than to say, I need to make money, they're going to feel it and they're going to sense it. Don't waste your time, people. Don't do that. Hey, Lydia. To speak to more teens, Candy, you already know you're so awesome. And there are many ways that you could be doing that. Like, for instance, what I've seen more because I work with some of these organizations. I spoke for Camp Girl Boss. Is that something you'd be interested in, Candid? Because they work with the young girls, like the whatever. We'll talk about it. Number 4, throwing everything out there, hoping it sticks. Can we keep it real, y'all? Can we keep it real? You don't just throw out a pitch just hoping that something will stick, which means that you're using too many words to express yourself. You're using too many words to say why somebody should work with you. If you can't answer the question, who are you? What do you do? What is your secret sauce? Who do you primarily work with? If you don't have a call to action, if it's not clear who you want people to refer you to, you have a problem. That's just the basics. But if you really want to take it in overdrive, we stack on top of that. But we have to learn the basics. Most people will go to Google and just say, hey, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. I'll work with anyone. Can I tell you how bad that is? You don't want to work with everyone. Am I the only one here? I'm going to raise my hands who's worked with people they did not want to work with just because they needed the money. And it was horrific. What if there was a way that you could work with the people you wanted to work with? The people that will take and elevate your brand, the people who will get the results because they're willing to put in the work and not for the shine of it all. I literally get to work with those people today. I work with PhDs, MDs, people who have masters, people who have bachelor's degrees, people who have pleasant personalities who are just stuck. They're successful, but they're stuck. They're stuck. I don't want that to happen to you all. If you're stuck, please reach out to me. I'm Precious at perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. I'm not sure if I can put it in the comments. No, I don't see how I can. Let me see if I can do a comment or a banner. Okay, so I'm gonna create another one, okay? So I'm gonna put my email address on there, okay? Precious at perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. And I'm gonna have it scrolling, okay? So this is my email address. If you would like to schedule a free 30-minute perfect pitch strategy session with me, let's get on that. And I'm going to put it right here, right now, okay? This is my email address, and I will send you a link to my calendar if you meet the criteria, okay? Okay, let's see if it goes. Let's see if it goes. Okay, there it is. That's my email address. So anyway, don't just throw things at people hoping things will stick. I promise you, you're wasting time. You want someone to want to work with you. I don't care if you're a life coach, a business coach, if you are selling widgets, if you are a salesman of SaaS, like SaaS, whatever. I don't care what it is. I'm the killer pitch master for a reason. I am not just a communication skills coach. I am not a public speaking skills coach. I am the killer pitch master. You bring me in, I am hired by the best to help them pitch themselves, whether it's for investor dollars, whether it's for media attention, like Forbes magazine, getting on television and really exploding. That's how I started. I started by going after television first. Most people would tell you to start really small. I want to shoot big. So I shot for MSNBC's Your Business with JJ Ramberg in elevator pitch. No one taught me how to elevator pitch. I just did it, right? And so a lot of times we're waiting for the perfect opportunity to pitch. And I think that's crazy. The person standing next to you, the person in the grocery store, the person who might be sitting next to you on a plane, you don't know who has the potential to change your life. So I want you to be prepared at all times. A pitch isn't something you stand up. You can have a conversational pitch, right? You can have a conversational pitch. So when I talk about being a bad bitch with a power pitch, y'all, some people be like, oh, that's crass. Do you know it gets me clients because I'm unafraid and I'm unapologetically me. I need you all to be unapologetically you. Stan Matthews is unapologetically him. Candid is unapologetically herself. And I see my girl Lulu, Livacious Lou. She's unafraid to be herself. Tandra is really big in network marketing. And she's helping other people really get big in network marketing. And even she's here today because she knows, just like I know when I go to her conversations over coffee, you're going to learn something. And finally, number 5, this is so crucial and critical, y'all. We often, keeping it real with y'all, when pitching goes wrong, number 5, this is when it really goes wrong. When you're not addressing the pain points of your audience. You think as your graphic designer that you can solve every problem. You can't if you don't know what the problem is. How many of you have ever asked the question of your target market? What is their greatest challenge? What are they struggling with? And it's not to offer something immediately. It's to do your background research. In fact, before I did this first LinkedIn Live, people will tell you, I went on social media to say, what should I teach about first? And now I have a list, a series of topics that I can use. They do the hard work for you by telling you. But if you are so stuck in your own and just say, I just want to say this, you've lost it. You've lost it. I need you all to know that there is money out there for you. I don't care that there's a pandemic, social unrest, an economic downturn. There's still people making money. And they're having an impact on top of that. What is your God-given passion? What is your God-given purpose? Yeah, I said God because that's how I got here. All y'all know I was homeless 3.5 years ago. All y'all know I walked out of a program 2 years ago, less than 2 years ago. And I walked into Viacom in 4 months. I spoke at Microsoft this year, Microsoft twice. I am the January 2020 game changer from Microsoft. I'm a black woman. I'm curvy. I'm not giving up nothing. Nothing. I've pitched with one tooth in my mouth. I get booked with one tooth in my mouth. Why? Because I'm the best in the world at what I do. They hire me for a reason. What do they hire you all for? I want to see in the comments, what are you hired to do? Your next client can be in these comments. Pay attention to what they're saying. Pay attention to what they're struggling with. And don't just throw out, I can help you with that immediately. That's whack. You can have a meeting with them and just have a meeting of the minds because you're going to learn something there. The hard sell, that may work for some people. That's not me. You either want me or you don't. It's either the right time or it's not. And I'm fine with that. When people said no to me the first time, they come back. Can you say the same? Can you say the same? Livacious Lou, helping women really get unstuck mentally, physically, artistically. She has a ministry of the arts. How do you put a safe space around you? A beautiful space for the beautiful life you're about to live. You have to live in your vision, not your reality. The reality of the situation says no one's making money right now. The vision says that money is plentiful and my impact is greater than the money I'm going to receive. What is a legacy you want to leave with? I plays no games in these streets. No games. That's why Intuit QuickBooks works with me. So who do you want to work with, everyone? Who? Throw it out there for me. Show me that you really are listening. Who you want to work with? Who you with? I rocks with Stan Matthews. Stan Matthews can get you on the Oprah Winfrey Network, MTV, and BET, and get your commercials out there in different markets. I think we're even planning something. I can't tell him, Stan. I'll keep it cute. So each and every one of you, throw it at me. Throw some questions. Throw it my way. But again, this was all about keeping it real when pitching goes wrong. And just to do a recap, when pitching goes wrong, number one, when you're boring, don't be boring. So you might be saying, what does that mean? It means bring more energy, funk, and fire to the equation of your pitch. Throw out a startling question, a statistic, something that's going to make people say, what, jiggle who? Jiggle what? Number two, sounding like everyone else. Everyone else doesn't do what you do, so why do you want to sound like someone else? I don't care if it is Tony Robbins or Les Brown or Sarah Bakley from Spanx. They traveled their road. Now it's time for you to travel yours. And your road, your journey is so much greater because it's yours. Remember when everyone started in garages? What about some of us who never had a garage? What about some of us who started out homeless? What about some of us who started out just grinding? Your story matters. Don't be afraid to tell it. Not at all times. But if you want people to see the real you, be authentic and transparent. Number three, pitching with no real purpose other than to get clients and to make money. Psh, whack. Whack. What's the impact you want to have on the world? One woman, one man, one child, one teenager at a time. Number four, throwing anything at your pitch, anything at your target market and hoping it sticks. Why are you doing that? That's a scatterbrained approach. What are you doing? You have to be strategic and very, very clear how you can help someone. If you know you can get someone media attention, investor dollars. If you know you can get them booked and busy as a speaker, this is the things that I can do. If you don't believe it, check out my social media every day. You're going to see something so interesting. I do client success stories. In fact, with my clients, Livacious Lou can tell you, I will send brownies. I will send you a beautiful card because I'm thankful for you being my client. I'm thankful. You can spend your money with anyone else, but you spend it with me. Thank you. LinkedIn. This is a great opportunity for content creators to be able to have a LinkedIn Live. I didn't just get this, they watched me for a while. And now I'm pleased to do elevator pitch videos and stuff like that. Trust me, I work with some of the best companies in the world. And I don't say that to make any of you feel a certain way. Do know I walked out of homelessness less than 2 years ago. I just want to share that with you so you know I'm nothing to play with, and neither are you. Your story has value. Don't throw things out there hoping it sticks. Don't do that. And number 5, not understanding the pain points of your audience. What do they really want to know about? And proceed from there. Like I have 50 different ideas people threw at me today on social media. Ask your audience what they want without throwing your services out there at them. Just ask them. And you can craft services and digital products around that. Okay. Oh, Stan just said MSNBC, CNN, and ESPN are now available. Okay. Candid, Camp Girl Boss. Have you heard of that, Candid? Camp Girl Boss. I just spoke with the CEO, so I'm like, yeah. So, yes. So, I'm so Candace Miller just said, so I said Candid. I'm sorry, Candid, Camp Girl Boss. Candace, you were homeless just last year, baby. Nothing can stop. We all the way up. Keep living in your vision, not your reality. I don't care what people tell you, it can't be done. They told me I would never speak on the stages I've spoken on. The very same gurus that people throw in my face were the same gurus who slammed the door in my face. And now they're calling me. Success changes everything, my queens and kings. Success changes everything. Lucretia, Libacious Lou. I'm here for successful black women who look like $1 million on the outside, but suffer on the inside. Nothing can stop Libacious Lou. She's all the way up. Stan Matthews, LinkedIn user. Is there anyone else that I can help today? Archivius. So yes. Candace, thank you so much for putting out my email address. Kathy Kelly, thank you so much. Socrates, yes. I'm going to just say thank you for making my first LinkedIn Live, thebomb.com. Y'all know I struggle with lighting and everything. Listen, the one thing I want you all to know about me is that things don't have to be perfect for you to get started. Am I right, Stan? Am I right, Libacious Lou? Am I right, Candid Mac? Am I right, Socrates? Am I right? Things don't have to be perfect. I don't have all the perfect gifts. I just moved. So for people to expect everything that everyone else has, I moved and I still decided to do a LinkedIn Live today. It's Wednesday. It's hashtag winning Wednesday. How are you winning today? I can tell you one way you're winning. You're here when you can be doing something else with your day. Keeping it real when pitching goes wrong was created with you all in mind. And yes, a lot of people say start with, give 3 tips on pitching. Yeah, I've heard those. So let me talk about when things go wrong because now you're paying attention. You don't always have to do what people tell you to do because they might need to hear the opposite. And you all showed up. Hi, Miss Yvette Brown. Thank you so much for coming. Hey, Ronnie. Look at Stan. Stan's giving out his phone number. You all take advantage of this. You have your next client and your next business partner could be here. People who could take you to the next level. Not just Precious Williams, the hashtag killer pitch master, but everyone here should be putting something out there. Stan, you have never lied. I spoke at a global pitch event and got a call from CNBC. So plays no games in these streets. I plays no games. So I really want you all to know that I don't want you to think that I'm saying everything is easy. It wasn't easy to walk out of homelessness into Viacom. But it comes from building and nurturing relationships. What networks are you in right now, y'all? What networks are you in? I'm a part of Master Networks. I'm a part of C-Suite Network. I'm a part of just a few networks just because they have been beneficial to me. And a lot of times I may be the only chocolate drop there, but I'm there to make sure other chocolate drops and other people of color get there. And also to show our allies and our friends we're not the only. There's so many more you haven't heard of. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you to LinkedIn for making me your newest content creator. Thank you all. I have a new newsletter out called Pitch Please. Please check out my newsletter. It's monthly. Every month it goes out. It's going out to the entire LinkedIn. I want to thank LinkedIn for also supporting me being a voice to pay attention to. And I want to thank my girl Saba. Thank you so much for everything you're doing for me. I want to give a shout out to my girl Precious Frazier. I want to give a shout out to Livacious Lou, to Candid Mac, to Stan Matthews, to Lydia Neely, to Miss Yvette Brown, to Candace Miller for showing up today. Let me just scroll up, y'all. I don't want to miss anybody. Ronnie Crowley, Socrates Gillis. We have a LinkedIn user I can't see. Archivius Arkinspire Armstrong. Let's see. Kathy Kelly. So glad to have you. Cynthia Wagner. Joseph Nichor. Lydia. Brenda Robinson. Angela Outlaw Matheny. Hey, Angela! I miss you. Dawn Kelly. Barbara Washington. I miss you, Angela. Okay, let's see. Darius, I know you had to run, but thank you so much. Gwendolyn Asani, Tandra Price. Okay. Is there anything else? Hi, Winifred. Is there anything anybody else needs me to address? I know we're going close to 30 minutes, so we have 3 more minutes. Is there any questions? Hey, Stephanie, what's up, queen? Now, Stephanie is my girl too. Stephanie is a financial advisor at New York Life. I believe she's in Texas. I could be wrong, but I think she's in California. I'm sorry, she's in California. So if you have any financial issues that you'd like to address through insurance and everything like that, please check out Stephanie Hancock. Not only that, she's a great connector. She's actually connecting me with organizations that are booking me. Stephanie is a connector, and she also has her own consulting company. Thank you to everyone here today. If there are no further questions, please rank this. Please share it if you can. I'm not sure if you can, but if you can share this with your loved ones, if you can share with them why you were here today, I'd really appreciate it. For those of you who are wondering why my email address is on the screen, I'm offering a free 30-minute perfect pitch strategy session to those who send me an email saying I'd like a free strategy session with Precious. I will send you the link, and if you meet the criteria, let's go forward and let's see if we can work out some things together. And trust me, it's no hard sales at the end, none whatsoever. If you want to work with me, great, and if you don't, that's fine. Sometimes timing is off, sometimes finances are off, but I'm here to help and I'm here to serve. I love you all. Remember, hashtag create your own lane, hashtag killer pitch master speaks, hashtag killer pitch master, hashtag elevator pitch, hashtag pitching ain't easy, but it sure is fun. Shout out to Dr. Avis, the media pitch extraordinaire, the media pitch maven, and shout out to all of those who support and love me. Is there anyone else who has any questions or comments? I'll take them all. We have literally 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. On that note, I won't scare any more of you all. This is keeping it real when pitching goes wrong. I am your host, the new hashtag LinkedIn content creator, Precious Williams, proud founder and CEO of Perfect Pitches by Precious, where I teach the art and the science of the most killer pitches, and also the 2-time #1 best-selling author, Bad Bitches and Power Pitches for women entrepreneurs and speakers only. You can find this on Amazon.com, Walmart.com, Books A Million, anywhere where books are sold. You can find my book. I thank you all. And guess what? The government just bought 125 of my books for the Women in Housing and Finance on August 18th. I speak right behind the Consumer Financial Protection Board director. So you know I'm rolling with the homies. I love you all. Thank you for allowing me to be in your space and in your place today. Candid, I'd love to speak with you again. To everyone here, I love you. Lydia, thank you so much for being my client. Thank you, Livacious Lou. Thank you, Stan, for everything you've done for me. Stephanie, thank you. Candace Miller, go kick booty. Let's go kick booty. Candid Max, I see you all. I love you. Mwah. Like, comment, and share this video. I'll see y'all later. Bye.